What's going on YouTube? Effect Records here. Today we're going to be installing my 10.2 inch Android Evo 10 type stereo thingy-mabobber. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and unopen our Double Din that we're going to be installing in the Evo 10. This came separately, which is the stereo harness. And then I believe what this box is, the steering wheel controls. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. We can go ahead and open up our harnesses that came with it. We got our microphone for Bluetooth, like a USB extension cable. And you also have your GPS antenna right there. You come with the stereo harness, which this is like a plain Jane kind of stereo harness. Okay, well this is interesting. It comes with a little antenna right here, which I'm assuming this is what connects on to the other side that looks like a GPS, but it's not. As well as more USB extensions. So overall we have 3 spots we can plug USBs up if we wanted those. Also has AV cables. So let's go ahead and head over to the car so that I can start disassembling the old stereo so I can install this new one. Alright, so now that we're at the car, we're going to go ahead and open up the glove box, slide that down, and then get a Phillips screwdriver, which you want to take off this panel right here. And to do that, there's a screw right in between the glove box. You just want to take your Phillips and then go ahead and remove that screw just like that. And this piece should be able to snap right off. All right. So now there's another screw right here that you got to take off. So go ahead and remove that screw. Now you can go ahead and pry this off. Just like that. So there goes that trim piece. Pretty easy to remove because it's mostly all these clips that's on the back of that. Alright, so with the trim piece out of the way, we can go ahead and remove these 3 screws, which is holding on our caution or our hazard lights, as well as our passenger airbag type information. And there's 1 screw at the bottom and 2 at the top. Go ahead and unscrew those. And you can go ahead and take this off. And then what that's going to allow you to do is pry this up, because this is all held on by clips. So you just want to get under here and start pulling. Now that this is off, we go ahead and set this away. Go ahead and set this aside. And now what you want to do is you want to remove 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and 1 screw on each of the bottoms. And that's going to remove this box or the main computer of the stereo system. Try not to lose the screws that couldn't get out before. Now we can disconnect it. So now we got the main brain unit out of the vehicle. We can go ahead and go back over to the bench, remove these vents, because these vents right here have to connect onto the new stereo. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, to remove these vent pieces, which is going to go right in these holes on the new bezel, we're going to have a flat tip screwdriver or some kind of pry tool. And then we can get under here with these little clips and basically just pry it off, trying to be careful not to break the plastic. So there goes one. And there goes the second one. So what's going to happen is the ones with those little triangle pieces that connect into the little slot that they're supposed to go in, those are going to be on the bottom. So the other one only has one that it hooks up to, and that's going to go on the top, which you want to put in the top side first and then slide it in the bottom so that it connects. Alright, there goes one. Let's go ahead and flip it around and do the other side. And there goes the second one. Now we can go ahead and take this over to the car so that we can install it. But first off, I want to go ahead and flip this around and plug in our stuff that we're going to be hooking up to the back, so we don't got to do that in the vehicle. This just gives us more room for right now. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing to our GPS. Then we can go ahead and take the back and plug in our harness. Now it's good to go. So now we're going to take this over to the vehicle. Alright, now that we're back at the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and fish the GPS antenna to be able to be behind the glove box for right now. That way it's out of the way and we can go ahead and get everything else installed. So that way when I want to work on the GPS location, I can go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the glove box. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and open it and remove it out, like all the stuff that's in the glove box. Go ahead and take that out. And then there's going to be some tabs right up here, so if you push in, and it should come out. Now once the tabs are off these little brackets, you can go ahead and take off the plunger and basically just push this off, and then it allows the glove box to drop down, and then you can just pull it off. So that's how you remove the glove box. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my GPS antenna and try to fish it through this little back compartment. So here's the antenna coming out of the glove box area. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out. Basically get all the slack out of it as much as it'll go. I'm going to wad it up a little bit and stick that in here right behind the glove box. Alright, so I got the antenna routed behind the glove box. So once I start putting it back together, I'm just going to slap on the glove box and see what kind of signal I can get out of it. And if it's not very good, then I'm going to go ahead and reroute it to the top of the vehicle, right above the side pillar under the headliner. Now we're going to head over and back to installing the stereo. We'll go ahead and fish the antenna through as you lead it up, and then you can pull out the stereo harness. Now before I put the stereo in, let's go ahead and hook up the stereo connectors. One, and there goes the second one. Go ahead and push the stereo in. Alright, so before I put together everything, I want to go ahead and make sure that it works. So to do that, all I have to do is turn the key on. That just saves me the hassle of when I put everything back together and then I decide to test it out. Something's not hooked up or something fell out or whatever and it doesn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the key on. Alright, so now that I've verified that everything works, now it's time to fully install everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Phillips as well as my small screws. Snap this back in there. Once that's on, we can go ahead and put our trim piece back on. It should just pop in there. And now replace that screw that you took out previously. Now with the glove box out, you can go ahead and put this back on like. So you go ahead and push it and snap that into place. Then get your screw. Put it back in these little hinge things. And snap that in. And then you can go ahead and raise up your glove box. And I put it on the bottom hole. Snap that in, and then make sure that the clips have snapped back in as well. And then go ahead and close it, test it out. So everything seems like it works good, and everything is good. So that's basically how to install a stereo. Alright guys, so that's basically how you install a 10.2 inch I believe stereo for your Evo 10. So if you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want one of these for yours, the link will be down in the description below where I bought mine. Now I have the Roxford Fosgate version of the Evo, so I had to buy the Roxford Fosgate stereo. I don't know if it made a difference, but the other ones were cheaper. If I got one without the Roxford Fosgate, it was like 300 and something. This one cost me like $452, I think, something like that. I don't know. Shipping took about 2 weeks to get here, so it did take quite a bit of time, but I finally got it in today, and then I also installed it today. It's kind of cold out. It's like 40 degrees, so the heater and stuff going. But yeah, that's basically how to install it. So I'm going to be using this for a little bit, and then, well, I'm going to be using it a lot, but in about a month maybe I'll do an updated video of how I like it and if you guys should get one. So be sure to check that video out in the future, because I'm trying to do more videos. I also got my underglow in today as well, so I got like a Bluetooth underglow system, so check that video out when it's done. I'm hoping to install it today or tonight, I guess, but if not, then it will be tomorrow for sure. And then whenever I decide to edit the video, then it'll be up. But so I'm going to be installing my Bluetooth underglow. I'm going to be installing some other things. I'm going to get a front tow hook. So yeah, stay tuned for more awesome videos. If you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. All right, peace.